It's Virgil, and in this one, we're going to be going over all the 7th anniversary Part 1 best teams and equipments, and more or less just for the new MUI and the Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. We'll be having the other 1% featured and talked about, but this is primarily for the new headliner characters. So, of course, before we do dive in, make sure to drop a like in the video, subscribe if you guys are new, because I upload every single day with Legends content. And yeah, we're going to just start out here. I do need to point this out. So, strike-oriented character, blast-oriented character, and that in itself leaves for the variety of different builds. It doesn't need to necessarily be on the same taggings, but Vegeta can be slapped on some of the best blast-based comps, and strike, you know, respectively for the Goku. But ideally, we do have Universe Rep, Universe Survival Saga being the primary tags here. The main sub tags, so these are the overlapping tags. Saiyans, God Ki, and Sun families might actually be where the best teams lie currently for the Goku. You know, not too many new Universe Rep characters released, but, you know, the new 1% options are pretty good. The Vegeta's the same exact thing here. So God Ki Saiyans and Vegeta Clan, so the respective family tag there for Vegeta, but they're actually fantastic together. So these two characters don't actually need to be on a strike or blast heavy comp, because this balanced build is actually a top tier setup. So we do have MVP 17 on lead, still to this day being able to be used in the top PvP meta. I was seeing some slander for him before the release of the new characters, and he's still to this day, with only a platinum equipment, no Zenkai, a top viable option. So the support that he does offer with his green card, the secondary vanish, the reducing the ultimate damage to the team, the cancel buff effects, the endurance, the offensive pressure, the sustain defenses, all the jazz, dudes, a really rounded out glue for the combination here. And he does make for a pretty interesting bench as well with the new Zenkai buffer for him. So he's able to Zenkai buff the UI and himself. UI, of course, is getting 2 Zenkai buffers, and then Vegeta, you can have a respective Zenkai buffer. But if you do want to have the Vegeta a little bit more focused, he does have access to, like, Zamasu, who's also a Blasi ability Zenkai buffer for him. So there's that. Blue, purple. Go Frieza is also a great candidate to have on this similar comp, because you can completely juice them, and that's really what they want. So without the Zenkai buffers, they're not as good as I'd hope they would be, given majority of characters that come out with the platinum equipments before Zenkai. It usually takes their Zenkai to take them to a top meta relevance level. But you know, MVP was really that one exception. God Goku was a newer release, so he was also another exception. But these guys, great unit and everything. Like, they can be really good. The damage can still look very great, but in a lot of situations, they're just not consistent. So no disrupt. They get caught lacking, just insta-kill, snipe. Brush protection, right? That one thing with their gauge is really fantastic. But just the way that they build up damage and the potential behind having all the Zenkai buffers leaves for some pretty nasty work. So if you want to have them on this setup, you can. I didn't even mention having HP here. So Bergamo is the main Universe Rep Zenkai buffer. So if you don't have him, I would honestly farm him. And he does also Zenkai buff the Kaba. So that's a pretty good detail if you want to have this guy on the team and you want to have Cab on the sidelines. Given he's a pretty good character, you know, I would run him all the time. I kind of just feel like he exists on the setups. I just thought I'd mention him in case you pulled him. You want to run him. His feats are pretty much just canceling buffs on the sidelines. Pretty much what he does, he has some pretty good burst blast damage, you know, similar to like a unit like Tambourine, where you just spamming cards immediately. Pretty good work, but nothing too special or fantastic. Just another solid option right there. But that's going to be pretty much it for Universe Rep at the moment. I think you know, the team hopefully will get more attention. Offerings here, it's really just that. This guy's about to get a Zenkai, so this could be a nice, unique switch up here, whether you want to Zenkai buff him. Don't think he has too many fantastic options. Really strike heavy options when he is a blast centric unit, so you could go for this when he does get a Zenkai. You just don't know what it's going to be. So green Sun family will work, and he also has the Sun family Z ability tag, so you're going to want to run Vegeta on lead for this scenario. Do something like this where it's Universe Rep / Sun family, and then you got Vegeta on the lead role right there. So yes, for the equipments though, so Zenkai buffer, I should probably do it here for the first team. So ideally for the Goku, all strike equipments, even on a balanced setup. So if you do have Vegeta on the team, this is a good option to consider. So strike. If Vegeta's on the team, you're getting a high 15%. If the Super Saiyan 4 Daimagoku's on the team, this one could be a nice one to farm. You have a good setup for the Daimagoku. Base strike defenses, pure blast defense is also very nice. This is a new awakened equip offering pure strike attack if another Universe Rep battle member's on the team. So on this setup, it's going to work. Special move, base strike, and defense. God Goku's on the setup, so another prerequisite, pure offenses, base defenses, HP. One you definitely want to consider for God Goku. He's one of the best units in the game. This one right here, so pure strike, base strike, defenses, and special move. Given if you have like Kale and Cauliflower, or if you have Kaba on the team, you're also getting pure strike defense. So really good option there. Pure offenses, base HP for this setup. Given I don't really run pure defenses all that much unless you're on a defensive character. So maybe for the Vegeta, you can go for this. He's a little bit more bulky. It's not the worst option, but pure defenses, base offenses, ultimate damage, and special move. Given on characters that don't have ultimates, don't know if I would actually use that equipment. It's just a stat that's missing, stat spread. This one you definitely want to consider. It's a really easy one to farm. So pure offenses, health restore, special move, and HP. Given a lot of the times I don't even run HP, so you know it helps if you have higher stars, but if you don't, maybe optimizing your team with HP bench could be a really good idea. I just do focus on having Zenkai buffers for my characters. So moving over to the next one, which should be a little bit more powerful just because Majin Vegeta is still a top contender in the game. He's arguable top 5 unit right now, right? So these guys, him and the Vegeta, do not have any cancel buff effects. So if they get caught lacking, the one thing that they do is reduce, I believe it's special move damage. And the Vegeta actually does go type neutral for ultimates. So there's that. If you have Kaba on the sidelines, he cancels the buffs from the sidelines, but you know, MVP 17 will just help reduce the damage. He won't actually protect you from getting your endurance nullified. So if, you know, Vegeta does catch this unit or any of the units lacking, he's just going to be sniping. So on a really optimized setup for Majin Vegeta with the double Zenkai buffer, having double Zenkai buffers for Kale and Cauliflower, and then MUI here also having a singular Zenkai buffer. Synergy is really good. Triple strike attack characters. So the equipments are going to go as follows. This pure strike, base strike. The options are, this one on pretty much all the universe rep characters is optimal. Good option right here. Also base HP, base offenses. For the Goku, very similar premise. And I'm able to actually run this one since it's triple Saiyans. If there's a mix of Saiyans and or God Ki, you're getting 6% per. So it's around 18% pure strike attack, special move, and defenses. And then of course the Majin Vegeta, these are my items. Base offenses, defenses, HP. Pure strike or pure offenses, base strike, HP, really good stuff there. I think Majin Vegeta is definitely one of the contenders of, you know, just still the best units to be paired alongside by. Another great option for this, by the way, there's just a ton of yellow units that you can use. So with this similar premise, if you want to go for something like this, where it's like Sun Family Majin Vegeta, you could actually replace for one of these for HP. Go for Kakarot Goku in this instance. Might be a little bit better. I know not everyone does have the Kakarot Goku, so just go for that double Zenkai buffer. It should be really nice, but equipment wise, strike attack, pure strike somewhere, something like this, pure strike, and then another heavy strike equipment will do justice. This one really good, or guaranteed protection with the indestructible there. The Zenkai buff does work for the Majin Vegeta. This guy, and it's obviously the setup that you want to run. But I think the third setup and the best setup for Saiyans, which is what this team is going to be either with this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this God Goku, and there's just so many green options actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, you could run this mini Diamond Goku, having a green unit on your team when the best unit, so aka MUI Goku's blue. Snipe him out. We got the sub count lock here, a couple of cards, you know, you're just chaining really heavy strike damage. This Goku is still super toxic, and you know, you just lock in infinite combo. Even with the combo nerf, him and Majin Vegeta are still a disgusting duo. So if you want to be a degenerate and run this kind of cursed comp, you can definitely do that. But I actually think God Goku might be the best out of all three of them currently because the utility is unmatched. So having the cancel buff effects, Super Saiyan 3 also does have this. Endurance, immunities, he's got Vanish Restore, Easy Type Neutral, AoE green card, crazy damage defenses, and equip options. So for him, if you have him on the team, MUI Goku is going to be able to get access to this equipment right here. So pure offenses, base HP is fantastic. Of course, he's got that new platinum equipment. So must farm, obviously. And then this one right here, pure strike, base defenses, HP. And if you have him on a pure God Key setup, he's going to be really bulky with the pure defenses. But this is probably one of the better lineups you can do. And for the Zenkai buffer option, I'd go for something like this right here, just because it's pure offenses. Or base offenses, excuse me. You're getting pure strike attack as well for Sun Family. So the Goku's getting that. I'd recommend trying this if you just want to, you know, be carried. This is the best team in the game. So I showed you a bunch of different variants for that. This one's actually a really good one for Cell. So if you want to run a Android setup, Vegeta, like I said, since he's a blast-oriented character, his typing just fits to synergize with this comp, and MVP does complement him because he does support Universe Rep and androids. Blue utility, Cell's still literally destroying everything. Anyone he catches lacking, he's got type neutral, he's got nullify endurance for existing. If you want to give him a Zenkai buff, you could give MVP a Zenkai buff. If you do want to swap this team around, this is how you would do it. So you'd slap Cell on lead. Of course, you got to remove these two, but you could give the rest of the guys some work as well. So you're going to slap on the purple Zenkai buffer for Vegeta, which is Universe Rep. And then you probably just give HP at this point with Bergamo. Could go for some more base offenses, but it just takes a lot of damage. He's also a red unit in a meta where there's so many blue options. We got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We got the MUI Goku are just dominating the game right now with their team. I mean, look at the yellows, though. We have Ku, we have Majin Vegeta, we have Beast Gohan. There's a lot of other Kid Ku as well. Really great yellow units. So having a red is not all that bad in this game. There any other team comps? Maybe a future God Key. It's a little bit harder to build this one just because it feels awkward. This guy needs to transform to get the God Key Z ability, but he's a great counter to MUI. So if you want to pair him with the Vegeta, could somehow work here. Both of these guys, I believe, buff each other when he's transformed. I think this guy buffs God Key. So we take a look here. Yep, God Key, Blast Attack, Blast-centric comp. You're able to Zenkai buff Vegeta. You're able to Zenkai buff Cell. If you want to Zenkai buff this Vegito, Problemos. I mean, you could do this, actually. Could do that. He still needs to transform to obtain it. You could do this with just a Strike Z ability. And I think that's it. Because this Vegeta isn't future. So all the future Zenkai buffs just would not work. And yeah, I mean, this is just something you maybe want to consider as a team dynamic. I think that's all the teams I'd probably recommend. A mixture of the two of them, the 1% on any of the comps as well. But for Proud specifically, what I found is just having a Saiyan comp for the Goku. This is disgusting right here. So obviously, you can slap this guy on any standard team that I just showed you. In replacement for either God Goku, Kid Goku, Majin Vegeta. He works the same way. His utility is very good, but his masterclass scenario is Daima just because he gets a secondary life. Excuse me. And he just synergizes on Daima better than anything else. Telling you guys, off Daima, he is still a really powerful unit. He's still able to combo for very long. His cancel buff effect, allowing people to cover change is, is just second to none in the entire game. Majin Vegeta lead. We do have a Sun Family Saiyan combination here. There's probably other options you can consider. The mini Goku is one. Anything that buffs Saiyans in their Z ability is also really good. You could slap Beast Gohan lead for a Sun Family composition. It would also synergize with the equipment and the typing there on the Z ability. So heavy strike based comp. But everybody here has a pure equipment. So you can see the Shinron equip is really optimal in this scenario. So it doesn't matter who you are running at any given time. You can mix and match here, and you'll probably be just fine. Any setups for Vegeta specifically, if we take a look for a Proud setup for him, it could just be Universe Rep. So if we take a look at all the options, this is what we got for the new Universe Rep, and you would try to overlap it with some Saiyans, I think would be ideal. Do these guys even buff Saiyans? Sun Family, God Key, Universe Rep. So they made sure to not let him buff Saiyans. If you want to have Majin Vegeta lead here, you could do that, actually. I believe you would just slap someone off-brand like that and get away with it just because of their utility. So any strong utility character you want to have on leader role, like Majin Vegeta, you could have Beast Gohan, God Goku, and then run a complete Universe Rep setup, will actually get you by. Probably Go Freezer MVP 17 in this final position. So I really do like MVP 17 for his utility. But then again, this is very mixed. So we have Blast Unit, Strike, 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 Blast. Triple Strike, Triple Blast, evenly matched, maybe. I mean, you would obviously need all the Universe Rep equipment, so this one right here is going to work really well. Pure Strike, farm up the new one. So these on every single character here. It's going to be hard to run the Shinron item in this scenario. A lot of these, so base offenses, a lot of these for the Blast side, and then of course these also have Strike and Blast sides. This is a good Universe Rep setup. It's funny that I'm just slapping Majin Vegeta here. I'm trying to give you guys the best team. Go Frieza also exists if you want to run him. Vegeta Clan for Vegeta, maybe? So if you want to run Blast setup, and another Blast Vegeta Clan member. Maybe just Majin Vegeta again, man. It doesn't even need to be Blast, but something like this would be ideal. It's crazy to say, I know. But what are the bench options, though? These do not look that good, but something like this, you'd have to obviously rework the bench. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm kind of just forcing here. I've already given you guys my outlook on some of the best teams. Anything Saiyan wise that would work really good. This as well, just blue Zenkai buffers. You know, I was telling you before, Daima Goku works fantastic. If you want to have, we got Han, we got the Super Saiyan transforming, and then you'd have like Super Saiyan 4 Goku here. And this would be a peak setup. Ideal right here, given there's no guaranteed second life with the indestructible. He does have endurance, and this guy's utility is definitely worth running. So equipment wise for him, definitely want to have this, and you could actually farm this for the Goku, the other one. Ultimate HP is probably what I'd go for as well. And then another item would just be a heavy strike equipment with special move, health restore. I didn't throw Beast Gohan on anything, but I literally talked about it. So ideally would be something like this. You can either do Sun Family with Saiyans, or you could do movies with Goku on lead. And I think with Goku on lead might be your best bet. Actually, no. With him on lead, then you're going to go, because you can Zenkai buff him this way. You're going to go for the Bardock right here. Bardock, Zenkai buffs him, has the Z ability for Saiyans. Then you're going to want to go Dragon Fist bench. Even a lot of these times, y'all, I'm not running HP, so sorry for that. I'm assuming you guys know who you would slap on or replace for the HP side, but yeah, this is strike, and then I personally would go for something like this. These are the best combinations in the game right now. For Beast Gohan, would run this equip. You could run this Sun Family for any pure triple Sun Family. This item is actually really solid, so pure Sun Family. This one's pure strike attack for him is also really good, but there should be a better equip. Run this one on all three of them. So if you have this, literally slap this on all three of them, because God Goku, honestly, yeah, that equipment is just too nutty, man. Do I have a third one? Or I just passed by it? But you guys get the idea here. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like. And if you guys have any other questions or anything, just join my Discord, or, you know, just leave it in the comment section below. Let me know what teams you guys are currently running. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay frosty. I'm gone.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.